It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Good morning, Soul family. So good to have you with me live this morning. Today is February 13th. I hope you guys had a fantastic Super Bowl weekend, and whoever was cheering for the Chiefs, congratulations to all those that wanted the Eagles. Better luck next year. I don't know. Does that work? I know it doesn't make any loss feel better when you hear that, but it is what it is, right? Hope you guys did have a great weekend, though. And for those who have not remembered, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So if you're into celebrating that, make sure you pick up something nice for your loved one to make sure they feel taken care of and special. Sound good? Awesome. It looks like we got a great group with us live on YouTube today. If you haven't ever joined us before, make sure that you chime in and let us know that you are out there, so we can see that you're out there. If you're just watching and not typing in, we don't know you're there. And so it's hard for you to put you into our bucket of fun to see if you can win some of our fantastic swag items here. No, this is not one of them today. This is just my fantastic Cinnamon that I start my morning with every morning. Today, we're going to focus a little different. We are going to hope that you excel this month. And so we are giving away 3 of these fantastic insulated Excel bottles. Man, they're just so good. If you don't have one, you've got to have one. They're narrow enough that they actually fit in the cup holder in your car, which is a big deal. Sometimes you get those big ones thinking that, oh, this is going to be great, and then it doesn't actually fit, and then it's awkward because you have to like keep it between your legs while you're driving. This one fits, guys, so you're taken care of. So we're giving away 3 of these today. Got them in boxes right here for you. I may actually just leave that right there for you guys to look at, to think about how lucky you're feeling today, and to see if you can actually win one of those. Sound good? Yes, Tiffany says, yes, it fits in the cup holder. I know. I've tried it. I've got one. It's fantastic. Tiffany says the Excel bottle is huge. It is, and it fits just right wherever you need it. So it's got you plenty of liquid. It's amazing, but most problems health-wise can be fixed with enough sleep, enough nutrition, and enough water. Those 3 things. And so we give away these fantastic big bottles to make sure we can help you take care of 2 of those things. If you're sleeping with it, I guess that would work as well. But it's good stuff. All right, well, so glad you're here with us today. Now, with it being February 13th, you may have already noticed, but those who earned commissions last month, they should have probably already hit your bank account today if they didn't on Friday. And so you're taken care of. So that also allows us to recognize all these fantastic new ranks that were achieved in the month of January. And so let's go now to our rank advancements. Here we go for the month of January. Here in a second. There we go. Soul Pro 1Ks, here we are. We first have our 1Ks. These are those that hit 1K, $1,000 in organizational volume for the first time ever. And that includes purchases that they themselves made, as well as purchases from their organization. It's really the first step in getting going in Soul. So we love to recognize all those that have hit their Soul Pro 1K for the very first time. Well done to all of you who hit it. Maybe you saw some names of those in your organization on that line, or maybe you saw your own name, which is fantastic as well. Next up, we have our Soul Pro 2Ks. You get a fantastic Soul Pro branded bottle. We got a great group here as well. Congratulations to all of those who hit Soul Pro 2K for the first time. $2,000 of organizational volume in their organization, along with their own personal purchases. So congratulations to all of you. We also have some Soul Pro 3Ks who get this fantastic brand new white, clean, Soul branded electric tea kettle as seen on your screen right now. Great group of 3Ks there as well. Congratulations to all of our 3Ks. We've got some Soul Eater 5Ks as well. Alba Aristizabal, Maria Elena Centeno, Elisa Endrick. Congratulations for 5Ks. We got some 7Ks too. Here we go. We've got Maria Esther Lopez, Luisa Santa Maria, Maria J. Gonzalez, and Judy Gale. We've got a new Soul Elite 25K as well, which is so exciting. We've got Veronica or Carlos Martinez. Congratulations, you guys. It's so good to see so much movement in Soul and hitting new ranks and accomplishing so many good things. So congratulations to all of them. We also want to focus and recognize all of you special people who have been inviting new people into our soul family. This is such a key thing for us to continue to grow, and we like to recognize you in a little segment we call Rock and Roll. We have our top 10 rock and rollers for the past week, and here we go. Angela Bucheski comes in at number 10. Well done. Abigail Frederick as well at number 9. Holly Bernal at 8. We've got Lillian Rodriguez at 7, Tammy Peterson at 6, Sheila Padilla at 5, we've got Teresa Chak at 4, Maria Lopez at 3, we've got Healthy Energy at 2, and our top one for this last week, coming in at number 1, Marisol Montesano. Well done, Marisol. Brought in over 10 people, which was fantastic for the week. So good to see you guys. Now, that ties in directly to what we've got going on right now with our qualification period. As you well know, we talk about it every week. We got our Soul to Soul qualification period going on. We've got about 7 weeks left of it. It ends at the end of March for the rank and the volume to make sure you're good in a good enough spot to qualify to come to us with Costa Rica. I want to start off with a little bit of a trivia, though, or maybe a less known fact. Costa Rica, which is where we'll be going next December, that first week, if you haven't already heard, is the most biodiverse country in the world with how many species of wildlife? How many species of wildlife are found in Costa Rica? Now, let me give you an idea of what we've got in the U.S. In the U.S., we have about 3,000 species of wildlife. So Costa Rica is the most biodiverse in the world. They have the most. How many different species of wildlife do they have in Costa Rica? No Googling it, just throw out some guesses. Let's see how you are doing, guys. But as you look that up, we're gonna keep going here. So again, US has about 3,000. Angela Braceno says 9,500. Laura says 9,000. Gwen, 9,763. Terry Sanders throws in all sorts of guesses from 1,200 to 500 to 5,000. Rebecca Norman says 5,300. 5,000. Nicole Kelly says 15,000. It's starting to grow a little bit. Kristen Bruni says 8,000. Jenny Marcano says 10,000. You guys are, you fell subject to a very, very common thing. When somebody throws out a number, like I did with 3,000, you automatically start to base your guesses off of that one number. The actual number of different species of wildlife in Costa Rica is 500,000, 500,000 species of wildlife in Costa Rica, you guys. As you can tell, US has 3,000. They have over 500,000. It's a huge difference. They've got so many things going on down there. And when you're there, you can see a lot of them. They have all sorts of reptiles and amphibians, mammals, all sorts of crazy animals down there, from sloths to leopards to jaguars to boa constrictors to all sorts of different things. So it's a great place. Tons of different monkeys. We love to see those as well. Different raccoons and other things too. So beautifully diverse country. And when we're down there, you're going to see a bunch of them. Tons and tons of birds. God, they got so many birds. They're beautiful, guys. It's going to be so awesome. So make sure you qualify. Right now, we have 44 accounts that are qualified. 21 more accounts are on track. How do you know if you are on track? We are about 74.7% of the way done, about 75% of the way done by the end of today. If you are around that mark, you are in a great spot, okay? We have, as I mentioned, 44 done, 21 more on track, 822 more that have started. They're gonna have to hustle to catch up. What does that look like? Well, we got about 7 weeks left, so if they can do about $786-ish per week, you can get yourself qualified to come with us. Do we have time to do that? Absolutely. Right now we have 6 accounts that are over 200% of the way qualified. We have 2 accounts over 300% and 1 account over 500% of the way qualified. Guys, there's enough time to get this done. Just keep reaching out to people. You're going to see great things happen. As always, any new people you sign up, plus any of their recurring orders through the end of March will count towards your qualification period as well. Sound good? Awesome. Good stuff. Now, and that's why we focus on the rock and roll. All that good stuff you guys are doing, it just brings it right together. For our product/ingredient spotlight today, we're going to be talking about this one right here For those that are looking at this online right now live, you're looking at that saying that kind of looks like maybe cucumbers that you'd put on your face. Like what are those things, right? Does anybody have a good guess on what those are right there? This is a cross-section view of this vine that is so fantastic for us. It's found in one of our fantastic products, a little bit newer of a product, if you will, but one that we're getting great benefits from. This is a vine that is native to the tropical regions of India and Sri Lanka. It's one of the most highly revered plants in Ayurveda. It's referred to as heavenly elixir and the nectar of life and immunity. It's also described as one which protects the body. It's traditionally used to promote life and longevity, increase strength, increase appetite, and as an aphrodisiac. It's also a blood cleanser, digestive aid, and it's used to alleviate skin disorders as an adaptogen. Anybody have an idea of this? Boom, Lydia, there you are, Guduchi. Lisa's laughing because she's like, that took a long time for anybody to guess that. That right there was Guduchi. Early Hindu medical texts recommend using the stem and roots of this adaptogen to assist with blood, sugar, liver, kidney, and immune system issues. Here's some other great things that Guduchi's been studied to shown to have. It's a great anti-inflammatory. It's great at decreasing cold and cough, asthma issues as well, and has great benefits for arthritis to help your body manage that pesky inflammation. One study has also specifically shown that it's effective against amoebic infection of the digestive system. So some of those parasites and bugs that we got going on in our digestive system, it helps there too. And last but not least, Guduchi has also been shown to reduce blood sugar levels, especially during fasting. The anti-diabetic effect is attributed to the various phytochemicals present in it. It regulates the blood sugar level by reducing oxidative stress, enhancing insulin release, and reducing the production and breakdown of glucose in the body. It's especially useful for those with type 2 diabetes. And where do we find this fantastic product? In longevity. As we mentioned before, it's been called as one which protects the body and is traditionally used to promote life and longevity, right? So it fits perfect with what we got going on there. If you haven't tried it yet, you absolutely want to use it. Gwen says Guduchi is Gucci. Am I too old to say that? No, that's very fitting for what we've got going on. As long as you don't say that it's bougie, you are just fine. But no, that's great stuff, guys. It's so good, that longevity. All right, and we've got a great testimonial as well. Now, this one is kind of tying into everything that we've got. I love it when we have a great testimonial that's just about adaptogens in general, and so that's what we found here. It says, never underestimate the power of adaptogens. A coworker had hip replacement surgery not quite 2 weeks ago and called earlier this week because she had gained 13 pounds, all inflammation. Start holding in all that water, right? I took her Solflex PI, Vital, and AC cream and ice packs. She texted this morning, has lost 11 of those pounds. Go Sol! That's what we're seeing, guys. There's so many great benefits from this. Not only just the stresses of like environmental stuff of like, it's just a hard day and we got kids and everything else going on, but also the stresses that our bodies go under as they're healing or as they're trying to recover from pain or injury, right? So there's so many great things that adaptogens do for us. I love it. Now, today, I wanted to use a quote from the book, The Power of One More by Ed Mylett. If you haven't read his books, it's good stuff, man. He's got a lot of great stuff. The quote says this, it's kind of towards the beginning. It says, they always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. That's by Andy Warhol. And that's so true. It's fun. In the last couple of months, I've been able to watch my daughter play basketball with the 9th grade girls junior high team. And they've been doing fantastic. They're 18-0 right now. They haven't lost. Today they start the playoffs. And it's been interesting because they had this preseason where they played like 4 or 5 teams and kind of worked through some of the kinks of figuring things out. And they've been actually, it's a fairly loaded team she's on. It's kind of interesting because all the teams around when I was growing up, the age demographic has kind of moved out. They're kind of struggling to put teams together. Where I live now, we have a lot of younger kids, so there's a lot more people to choose from. So you usually get a little bit higher degree of sports, athleticism, and things going on there. So she's playing these teams that when I was growing up, they were awesome, and and my daughter's team just whooped them, and I was just blown away. Whooped them as in like 40-10, like it wasn't even close. And then it was interesting because we started replaying some of these teams towards the end of the season because we played them first in the preseason. And surprisingly enough, man, they got a lot better. And they brought their A game and they were able to kind of work through some things. And our team, because it was kind of winning in the beginning, didn't really feel like they needed to make a lot of changes as it kind of went through time. And these other teams have prepared for them and they got them in a good spot. So we're going to see what happens today. She got her first playoff game today. If she wins today, she plays again on Wednesday, and then Thursday would be the championship. And so even in talking with her, she's been preparing. Said, hey, just because these teams were easy in the beginning, know that they've been watching you guys and they're trying to emulate the success you've had, and they're going to give you everything they've got. So be prepared. You got to work harder than them. And so we'll see how that goes. But I think it goes right into that quote there, that time really doesn't change things. You have to change them yourself, right? If you haven't read this book before, it talks a little bit about this. It says the premise of The Power of One More is simple. You're much closer to the life you dream of than you think you are. You're often only one more meeting, one more relationship, one more decision, one more action, one more thought away from leading the life you deserve. Now, I would change that last word from deserve to earn, because I like the idea that you are in a lot more control of your life. Deserve to me connotates something that you have a right to it, whether or not you do certain actions for it. I like the word earn because it connotates that you have to do something for it. But look at that this week as you move forward. You probably are just one person away from just moving that much closer to the goal that you're looking at. And that can be anything in your life, from dating somebody new, to finding somebody new to bring into your company, to finding a great answer to whatever problem that you have. So just keep moving forward and you're gonna see some great things. Time doesn't change things, but you can. You have all the ability in the world to do it. And that's a great thing to see. Sound good? Rebecca says we definitely need updates. Absolutely, we do, right? Well, I'll give you some. Next week you'll hear either she's a champ or not. So I'll let you guys know. That's it, guys. So let's go ahead and make sure we get covered. Let's move that again. Got to keep the promo piece going on, make it look good right there. We are going to be giving away this Soul Excel bottle. Here we go. Rock and roll. We got a good group on today. And we're going to make sure we get you taken care of. We're going to like 3 of these bottles. We're just going to draw 3 names and get you on your way for this fantastic Monday. Here we go. The first person is Osvaldo Rivera. Osvaldo, man, you're one of our consistent ones on here, brother. You've got yourself a winner. Our next one we have is Kristen Alexander. Kristen Alexander over in Boston. You got yourself a bottle. And here we go. Last but not least, we have Cynthia Sansanito. Cynthia Sansanito, you got yourself a bottle as well. You guys, you are all taken care of today. So glad you could join me. Keep looking forward to all the changes you guys are making in your lives. Keep moving forward to that goal that you have. If there's anything we can do to help, let us know. As always, keep sharing soul. We sure love you, and we'll see you soon.